almighty Brent came through. Come on. Thank you, Ryan.
Stadium as the Welland Jackfish take on the visiting Hamilton Cardinals on a major league night here in Welland. A beautiful night for baseball, a very humid but beautiful night as Euclides Lair gets Justin Gideon to swing. The count now 1-2. Chris Beard led things off with a leadoff single as we were trying to get a little technical difficulty sorted out here at the stadium. Everything is up and running and all good now. As a fastball heater for strikeout number 1 from Euclides Lair for out number 2 of the top half of the first. Euclides Lair makes his 7th start of the season. He's 5-1 this season. And his last outing, he got the loss against the Hamilton Cardinals. Lair, in his IBL career, is 1 for 2 against the Hamilton Cardinals. Comes into today's ball game with a 3.21 ERA. Lair, among one of the league leaders in many pitching categories. He's pitched 42 innings so far this season. And he's been one of the go-to guys this season for the Welland Jackfish. A lot of movement on that pitch. Catches the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. That last strikeout, his 44th strikeout of the season, came in with 43. But the one thing Euclides Lair has going against him is his pitch counts in a lot of games, as he averages nearly over 100 pitches a game. Likes to stay on the mound as long as possible. 5-1 record in those 42 innings work. And he's walked 19 batters, one of the highest among the league leaders. This is Jake Chiravelli in the cleanup spot for the Cardinals this evening. The left fielder wears number 16, swings at the second pitch, and sends it back foul. Beautiful night for baseball on a major league night at the stadium, and one of the biggest crowds on hand here for sure, as this has been a game that a lot of people were looking forward to, as 2 different uniforms will be worn by the Welland Jackfish this weekend. A Major League Cleveland Indians style uniform they'll wear tonight, as you see with that blue and red style. Ring them up, strikeout number 2 for out number 3. Euclides Lair, quick work of the top half of the first. 2 strikeouts, no runs, only 1 hit. We'll go to the bottom half. Jackfish and Cardinals on Major League night at the stadium. Bottom half of the first inning, Jackfish and Cardinals.
For your Welland Jackfish on Major League night. Second baseman number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
As the second baseman, Brandon Nicholson will lead things off for the Jackfish. As we take a look at today's starting lineups, brought to you by Goliath Tech. Goliath Tech, proud partners of Jackfish baseball this season. The righty Brendan Nicholson will lead things off, followed by Brendan Dadson, who plays first base. DHing tonight, Bryce O'Farrell steps in for Andrew Mercier, who is not in the starting lineup. Vaughn Brian moves all the way up to cleanup spot tonight. He'll bat fourth. Nolan Pettipies will bat fifth, play third base. Wilson Soriano, after experiencing a little lower body pain last outing here at home, back in the lineup at short. He'll bat sixth. Deandre Asbury Heath makes another start at center field and bats seventh. Nate Mastervik will bat eighth, and he'll replace Caleb Furistaki, as Furistaki's out of the lineup tonight, and Greg Marco will be behind the plate catching the ball as batting ninth. Trouble at first base, but it's caught by John DeZamba for out number one.
Batting second, first baseman number 5, Brandon Gatson.
As we take a look at the Hamilton defense for tonight's ball game, John DeZamba, you just saw make that catch, is playing first base. Grant Arnold is on second, and Lane Renault is on third base across the diamond. Catching is Connor Patterson. Out in right field, there's Connor Bowie. Left field tonight, Jake Chiravelli, and up the middle, Justin Gideon. A base hit for the Jackfish. Could be two as Datsun rounds first, and he'll go to second. A throw not in time. Datsun. First pitch, and it's his first double of the ball game, and the Jackfish now have a runner on second base with only one out here in the bottom half of the first.
Batting third, the designated hitter, number 23, Bryce O'Farrell.
Datsun 1 for 1 in today's ball game, came in with a .321 batting average and 11 RBIs. It's his 29th hit of the season. So it's a different look lineup tonight, and the big key to this Jackfish lineup will be able to get on base and steal as many bases as possible. As one of the things the Jackfish need to work on is being able to take advantage of all their at-bats. They're in the bottom of the league as the lowest amount of at-bats, only 824 at-bats coming into today's ball game, which is 100 less than any other IBL team. Downstairs, misses. Now the count 2-0. Clay Miller, pitches for the Hamilton Cardinals tonight. Miller has a 3.95 ERA and makes his debut against the Jackfish. First meeting between Miller and the Jackfish. Fastball, foul tip for strike one. Two and one count, one away. Dadson's on second base for the Jackfish here in a 0-0 ball game. Fastball. Beautiful pitch down the middle by Miller, evens the count, 2-2. Miller's been able to strike out 46 batters this season for the Hamilton Cardinals, and he leads that team in strikeouts. Lazar, their go-to pitcher, and he's one of the league leaders in the top 4 in pitching. Miller gets the ball tonight, though. Upstairs with another heater, now 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jackfish Cardinals on a major league night here at the stadium. O'Farrell batting .428, and it's only his 22nd at-bat of the season. Has 1 home run, and which came on Saturday in Guelph. Swing is at the pitch, it's late. Popped off the end of the bat foul and goes through the right berm. Fans still coming in here as they're lined up out in the parking lot. As expected attendance over 1,000 tonight. Major League night, the uniforms that they'll be wearing will be auctioned off throughout the ball game. And if any do not go, you can visit the Jackfish website as they will be able to be purchased. As O'Farrell is sat down as he's caught looking on a strikeout.
Batting fourth, left fielder number 9, Vaughn Brian.
So now Vaughn Brian. Vaughn Brian will step into bat. Vaughn Brian, the switch hitter for the Jackfish. Sunrise, Florida native. Was on Behind the Scales, episode 6. Be sure to catch that on YouTube. Follow us and subscribe to YouTube right now if you're watching the ball game. Had a good interview with Vaughn Brian and talked about his time in Welland so far and coming from the Burlington herd and what he expects and how he'll be able to contribute to this Jackfish lineup going into the postseason. Off the bat, foul towards the softball field. Vaughn Brian was Empty Belly's Player of the Week for the Jackfish, as batted .383 last week and was able to bring in a couple of runs. He has 4 RBIs now on the season. A shot up the middle. Grant Arnold, trouble, unable to make the catch. Dadson thought about coming home, but slipped and went all the way back to third, and now the Jackfish, with 2 outs, have runners on the corners.
Third baseman number 4, Nolan Pettipiece.
So runners on the corner for the Welland Jackfish here with 2 outs. As a line drive, little trouble in the dirt for Grant Arnold, unable to make that catch and turn it to first. So a 2-out situation now for Nolan Pettipiece. Pettipiece has had a really good season. Runner going. Now he's caught in a rundown, as it was a great throw from Patterson behind the plate. Gets him out, and that will end the bottom half of the first. The Jackfish, who lead the league in stolen bases by 38 bags, get caught stealing this time. We'll go to the top half of the second. It's a scoreless ball game after 1 complete here at Welland Stadium. Top half of the second we go. Jackfish Cardinals scoreless through 1 complete inning. As Euclides Layer will start for the Welland Jackfish. A line drive for out number 1 as Dadson's able to make the catch off the opening pitch.
Right fielder number 14, Connor Cowie.
First pitch right at the first baseman, Brendan Dadson, for the first out. And that's something Euclides Layer would love to keep going, as we talked about his pitch counts in all 7 of his starts this season. Right near the 100 pitch count mark. He's walked 19 batters this season and leads the league in one of that categories of walking batters. Something he's trying to control his pitch count as he throws another straight strike. Now 1-1. 1-1, 1 out. Layer with a fastball that gets by Connor Bowie. 1-2, 1 out. Euclides looking for a signal, now grabs the side and he's set. Here's the 1-2 pitch with one away. Fastball down the middle for strikeout number 3. Third strikeout of the ball game already for Euclides Layer. An excellent pitch right down Main Street. A lot of heat behind that arm of Euclides Layer, and that is strikeout number 3 of the ball game and his 46th strikeout of the season. A couple of shockers this week in the IBL as Brantford got by Barrie 8-4. On a grand slam, that was the difference maker. So the Sox get their 4th win of the season and a big win over the Barrie Baycats. Barrie and Kitchener still battling for the 1-2 spot as the Jackfish enter today's ball game all alone in third. Good off-speed pitch. 2 strikes, nobody out. 2 strikes, 2 outs rather. No balls on the board. Swung on, fouled back. Keeps the at-bat alive.
Brent's down there.
Off-speed pitch misses outside as that ball had a lot of movement coming across the plate, but just missed outside. 1-2, 2 outs. This is Jake Foden. Fastball downstairs, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Layer going against Foden. And now the deciding pitch. Off-speed pitch, high fly ball. Dadson looks to be there, but the second baseman Nicholson will come in for protection and make the catch for out number 3. Quick work by Euclides Layer in the top half of the second. No runs across the plate. It's a scoreless ball game. We'll go to the bottom half of the second. Jackfish and Cardinals on a beautiful Thursday night on Major League Night.
Lead off the second inning for the Jackfish. Third baseman number 4, Nolan Pettipiece.
So Nolan Pettipiece will start things off for the Jackfish here in the bottom half of the second. Swings the first pitch, and it is pulled foul. Couple other games going on tonight on Thursday in the IBL. The Toronto Maple Leafs are in Barrie at Coates Stadium, and London is at Jack Couch Park in Kitchener. Kitchener, that's where the Jackfish will be Sunday afternoon for a 2 o'clock opening pitch. Jackfish will visit Hamilton tomorrow night in the second part of this home-and-home series. And Saturday, Welland Pirate Day, pack the park. Pettipe swings off the end of the bat. High fly ball to shallow right field. The catch is made by Bowie for out number 1.
Now batting for Welland, shortstop number 1, Wilson Soriano.
So now it's showtime. Wilson Soriano. Wilson Soriano, a fan favorite here in Welland, was a big part of the kids camp that just went on the past 2 weeks here at the stadium. Soriano shows bunt, but he tips it foul and gets behind in the count 0-1. Over 60 kids between 2 weeks took part in kids camps, where they camped all day here at the stadium with a lot of the Jackfish players, including Wilson Soriano. I know Deandre Asbury Heath was helping out all week, Ryan Bench, along with Euclides Lair. So a lot of players were here as that off-speed pitch had a lot of curve but missed upstairs. Now 1-1. 1-1 count, 1 away. Soriano against Miller. Backs him off the plate, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch with 1 away, Soriano. A chopper. Right to the right fielder, Bowie. Doesn't have to move, makes the catch for out number 2.
Center fielder number 2, Deandre Asbury Heath.
So now it is Deandre Asbury Heath. Deandre, who comes from Columbia, South Carolina, also a member of the St. Louis Cardinals organization. Takes the opening strike and gets behind 0-1. Deandre Asbury Heath started off the year with Wilson Soriano batting in the 1-2 position. And now they've found their roles down to the 6-7 spot and shuffled the batting order a little bit. Deandre Asbury Heath this season is 22 for 92, which is good for a .239 batting average. He got his second home run of the season on Sunday, a deep shot at Christie Pitts. That foul ball was off the roof here at the stadium and into the parking lot. Lots of cars here tonight on a Major League night as the first 500 fans walked in with Major League sunglasses. Wild Thing sunglasses, and I skull on them, a beautiful pair of Wild Thing sunglasses at the first 500. All the jerseys the Jackfish are wearing will be auctioned off after tonight's ball game. Put a bid on before the end of the game. If you're here in attendance or if you know someone here in attendance, be sure to message them and get them to bid. All jerseys start $45. Asbury Heath swings and strikes out, and that will retire the side. The Jackfish unable to get anything going in the bottom half of the second. They go 3 up, 3 down. Cardinals and Jackfish scoreless through 2 complete.
Unplug, disconnect, and recharge by spending time in nature at one of the
Quick ball game moving right along here in Welland as we go to the top of the third.
Third baseman number 6.
Scoreless game, only one hit aside, as it's been a pitching duel. Clay Miller starting for Hamilton and Euclides Lair, and that brings up Lair to the mound and Lane Renault. Renault will lead things off for the Hamilton Cardinals here in the top of the third. Now the pitch from Lair. A shot right back up the middle. Good contact and a great swing by Lane Renault. Shot right at the middle for a leadoff single, and the Cardinals have a runner aboard.
Catcher number 31, Connor Patterson.
So now to the bottom of the order. The catcher, Connor Patterson, will take his first trip to the batter's box tonight. Patterson takes the first pitch outside. Renault on first base for the Cardinals here. Cardinals applied a lot of pressure in the top half of the first, but then were shut out with 2 great strikeouts from Euclides Lair in the top half of the second. Lair, 3 strikeouts in the ball game already. Gets him to swing at that pitch. Off the end of the bat, pushed foul, 1-1. Busy weekend for the Jackfish as we play 4 in 4 nights. So Euclides Lair will start things off. Expect to see Christian Young, Rich Carante, and Matt Klinger-Smith. Strike 2. Downstairs of the strike zone. Patterson thought it was a little low. Takes a look at the first base coach. Gets a signal, and now we're set for the 1-2 pitch. Not a big leadoff by Lane Renault on first base. Holds his position. Strikeout number 4 for Euclides Lair. A fastball down the middle for out number 1. If the Jackfish are able to muster up 5 strikeouts in any ball game, Mama's Boys will provide 5 free chicken wings to everyone in attendance. And a huge crowd on hand tonight for Major League Night.
5 free wins.
So 1 more strikeout, 5 free chicken wings. As Ryan Harrison is trying to pump up the crowd here in Welland. Ryan Harrison, if you've never been to a ball game, one of the team owners and also the in-game host. Loves what he does and loves to interact with all the fans. And 4 strikeouts already for Euclides Lair. And he is fired up here in the top of the third. One ball, no strikes. Runner going. Good shot off the bat of Chris Beer. That'll move the runners to first and third. So a good shot by Chris Beer, who's already 1 for 1. Now goes 2 for 2 in the ball game. And moves the runner to first and third in scoring position. Third hit of the ball game for the Hamilton Cardinals. And now they have runners on first and third. This is the first baseman, John DeZamba. Good changeup. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count, 1 away. A shot, that'll cash in a run. And the Hamilton Cardinals open the scoring here on Major League Night in Welland as DeZamba, a blooper shot right in the gap in the infield, and now it's a 1-0 Cardinal lead.
Center fielder Justin Gideon.
The Jackfish tonight, if you take a look at their lineup with Caleb Furistaki not in the lineup, a guy who can easily add a lot of speed and stolen bases to this lineup. Need the defense to be sharp tonight, as the Jackfish have the least amount of at-bats and least amount of hits in the IBL. Only team lower than them in the hit count is the Brantford Red Sox, who only have 4 wins on the season. Jackfish need to be able to swing the bat more and cash in more runs. Lair with the fastball, missed inside, moves Justin Gideon back. Now the 1-0. Inside once again. Runner going to third. Good arm, though, by Greg Marco. Definitely in time for out number 2. What an arm by Greg Marco to get Chris Beer sliding a third. Greg Marco, a great defensive play behind the plate. A huge arm to pick him off for out number 2. So now only one runner on the base. And that is DeZamba, who's already going, but the ball is fouled away by Justin Gideon. Two balls, one strike, 2 outs. One run on the board, and it belongs to the Cardinals, and it came in this top half of the third. A shot that's pulled foul. Now the count's even, 2-2. 2-2 count. Euclides Lair trying to get the Jackfish out of this top half of the third with only one run against them. Cardinals trying to use a little small ball, the way the Jackfish like to play. Throws Heat. Gideon able to get a bat on it to keep the at-bat alive. As mentioned, the Jackfish small ball specialist able to steal. They lead the league in stolen bases by over 30 bags. Hamilton Cardinals in second in that category. They've stolen 35 bags. The Jackfish, 78 bases. A shot right to Nicholson. A grounder, that should be out number 3. It is. That's in the catch. So one run comes across the plate, but that will be all the damage for the top half of the third. Cardinals score 1, they leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Jackfish need an answer here on a Major League night at the stadium. How many? 13?
Off the third inning for the Welland Jackfish, right fielder number 6, Nate Mastervic.
So the right fielder tonight for the Jackfish is Nate Mastervic, who doesn't normally start for the Fish. But with Caleb Furostaki not in the lineup tonight, he will play right field. This is only his 29th at-bat of the season. He's 8 for 28. Batting .285. One count, nobody out. And that, I made a mistake. I said Matt Klingersmith is expected to pitch this weekend. He is not, as the Jackfish congratulate and wish him all the best, as he's expected to have a baby. His wife expecting very soon. So on behalf of the Jackfish, congratulations, and we wish all the best to the Klingersmith family, as he'll be away from the ball club this weekend. So the bullpen will have to step up. A shot right to Grant Arnold. Arnold makes the catch and throws over to DeZamba for out number 1. Grant Arnold for the Hamilton Cardinals is a big name here at the Welland Stadium, as he put the cap on the victory in that 3-2 game that went extra innings last time the Cardinals were here. That was also a game that saw 4 ejections by the home plate umpire, Justin Snively. 2 Cardinals got tossed, including a coach and a player, and 2 Jackfish, including a coach and a player. Right to Grant Arnold again. A great diving catch by Arnold for out number 2. And Grant Arnold showing why he's one of the best at second base in the IBL.
Your second baseman, number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
So 2 outs now, and we go back to the top of the order for Brandon Nicholson. First pitch downstairs, misses low for ball number 1. Top of the order for the Fish, trying to get something going in the batter's box. They have to be able to swing and get more hits this season if they're going to go deep into the postseason. The Jackfish, who lead the league in stolen bases, are able to get on base quite a bit. But when a pitcher's hot, they're unable to find a lot of timely hits, and that's something Brian Asbury and Jason McKay have been talking about, how they're going to be able to get more hits and score more runs. Pitch upstairs, 2-1. That pitch actually the 3rd ball in the count now, 3-1, 2 outs. Nicholson 0 for 1 of the ball game. Inside, and he'll take a walk. And the Jackfish have a runner aboard. That last walk, the 117th walk of the season for the Jackfish. And that's what I mean, is the Jackfish are able to get a lot of pitchers and wait out a lot of pitchers and get them to throw a lot of pitches and get a few walks, but the Jackfish unable to get many hits. Pitch inside, catches the corner for strike 1, number 1. Miller, this will be his 40th pitch of the ball game. Nicholson on first. Stays there, a good changeup, good curveball rather. Strike 2. 0-2 count, 2 outs. The Jackfish were caught stealing to end the bottom of the 2nd. Nicholson on first. Won't go as Dadson strikes out. We've played 3 complete innings. 1/3 of the way through the ball game. It's 1-0 Cardinals here on Jackfish TV.
All right, fans, it's time for our Diamond Crew to do their thing. Direct your attention. Chiaravelli.
Top of the fourth, Cardinals lead 1-0 after cashing in one in the top of the third. Layer, the opening pitch at the top of the fourth, misses outside. Euclides Layer will go against the Hamilton Cardinals for the third time this season. He's only beat them once, and only once in his IBL career. That one win came in the 2018 postseason. Fouled away. Now 2-1. Two and one, nobody out. Euclides Layer the pitch. Upstairs, high, inside, 3-1. Sun starting to set here in Welland on a slight breezy night that has drawn over 1,000 people into the ballpark. High fly ball. Mastervik there to make the catch for out number one. The fun continues all weekend long as the Jackfish on the road tomorrow for the second part of this home and home. They'll be in Hamilton for game 2 of this home and home, and Saturday afternoon they will pay homage and throw on the retro Welland Pirate uniforms. First pitch set for 1:05. By the way, that game, free tickets. You can get your tickets by visiting Enviro Niagara. Simply Google Enviro Niagara, get the address. It's on Highway 20. Just minutes from the ballpark. Free tickets tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can also visit Seaway Mall. They'll be located just at the front entrance. Lots of opportunities to get to the ballpark for Saturday's 1:05 start. Free admission. Tickets at Enviro Niagara or at the Seaway Mall. Pitch missed inside, 3-0. And that Saturday afternoon game brought to you by Enviro Niagara. Mike Kondurka, one of the team owners who also owns Enviro Niagara, really trying to promote this ball team as you hear commercials by him and his staff on the radio, Giant FM and Country 89. Got to thank them for all their support. But this team has really taken off in this community, and the Jackfish want to thank all the community fans and supporters, businesses who promote this team and its reasons why, like games tonight, over 1,000 people in attendance. Beautiful night for baseball. In a 1-0 Cardinal lead. Key to Layer the pitch. A shot. Soriano. Good backhand grab across the diamond in time for out number 2. Wilson Soriano, a great catch between the bases at short, able to make the throw over to Dadson for out number 2.
Right fielder, Connor Bowie.
As Euclides Layer one pitch away from earning everyone in attendance 5 free strikeouts. 5 strikeouts, 5 free chicken wings for everyone in attendance. Euclides Layer 1K away. Foul tip, strike 1. 0-1 count, 2 away. This is Bowie at the dish. The pitch. Off-speed pitch gets him to swing, 0-2. The crowd could erupt here after this next pitch as Welland loves their chicken wings. And they like all their free giveaways. And here's the pitch. Outside, 1-2. This could be the fastest we've seen 5 free strikeouts and 5 free chicken wings. I don't know if we have an official count, an official record on that. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike number 3, which means free chicken for everyone in attendance. 5 chicken wings will get 5 wings. Compliments of Mama's Boys, proud partners of Jackfish Baseball. Top of the 4th in the books. It's a 1-0 Cardinals lead. We'll go to the bottom half. But first, the kids run the bases here on Major League Night.
Bryce O'Farrell.
Bryce O'Farrell will lead things off for the Jackfish in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Cardinals and Jackfish playing for the third time in 3 weeks. As you look at the calendar and you circle all the rain-out dates, the schedule works out and shuffles out that the Cardinals and the Jackfish will play 3 times in 3 weeks, and they'll be the 4th time in 3 weeks tomorrow night when the Jackfish make their second trip of the season down the QEW to Hamilton. First pitch swung on and sent foul, and that curveball will miss outside to even up the count at 1. As all those kids that just ran the bases, tired, still making their way up back to their seats, as what a different way to step off the mound. A 10 out of 10 for that pirouette by Clay Miller. One on one count. High fly ball, shot to the right field. That'll go out of play and move the count to 1-2. One and two count, nobody out. O'Farrell at the dish with Vaughn Brian, and then Nolan Pettipies due up. Inside, got him to go around. Strike 3 for out number 1. The Jackfish not able to get anything going at the batter's box so far this season, as that has been their Achilles heel all year. Defensively and on the bases, they've been absolutely fantastic. Can't ask much more from the pitching staff. But right now, it's being able to be one of those contenders that can hit off any team. And right now, Hamilton has their number again. High fly ball. Trouble along the first base line, but it's caught by John DeZamba for out number 2. So Vaughn Brian swings at the first pitch and pops it to the moon, and he is out on the catch by DeZamba.
Third baseman, number 4, Nolan Pettipiece.
So now the third baseman, Nolan Pettipiece, makes his second trip to the batter's box. Pettipiece 0 for 1 on today's ball game. Miller, a fastball in the dirt, 1-0. Pretty even pitching matchup in today's ball game, as Clay Miller's ERA was 3.95 coming into the ball game. Euclides Lair, 3.21. Both of them 43 innings pitched coming in, and they each are respectively middle of the 40s in strikeouts.
Batted up by a youngster from right here in the Rose City.
1-2, 2 outs. Chance to get out of the half inning. Fastball upstairs, 2-2. Pettipiece this season is batting .287. And he lets that pitch go outside, 3-2. The Jackfish only have 1 hit in today's ball game. The Hamilton Cardinals have 4, but the Cardinals also have the only run and the only error. Fastball, foul tip, keeps the at-bat alive. Wilson Soriano in the batter's circle warming up, and then Deandre Asbury Heath will follow, and then the right fielder Nate Mastervik. Now the 3-2, fouled away. Good job by Pettipiece, trying to keep this at-bat alive and work for a hit.
Another souvenir, this time from a fan in Grimsby, Ontario.
3-2, the deciding pitch with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. It's a pop fly. DeZamba calling everybody off. Backpedaling, makes the catch for out number 3. The Cardinals are able to get the Jackfish up in order. We'll go to the top of the 5th. 1-0 Cardinals here on a Major League night in the vibrant Rose City.
That's correct. All right, that's correct. We're in section 105. We're here with Julia. And as we do
The DH, Jake Foden, will lead things off for the Hamilton Cardinals as we're set for the top of the 5th inning. 1-0 Cardinals against the Jackfish here tonight. Moving right along on Major League night. The uniforms you see the Jackfish wearing tonight, inspired by the movie Major League, and the Cleveland Indians. They'll be auctioned off. Silent auction going on all night. Auctioned off after the 7th inning. And I know a lot of fans in attendance were excited for these uniforms. Good off-speed pitch by Euclides Lair. 1-2 count. Catches the outside of the strike zone. 1-2, nobody out. Lair. Did he go? Yes, he did. The 6th strikeout of the ball game for Euclides Lair. So now Lane Renault. Renault.
Third baseman, Lane Renault.
Who singled his last at bat, will step into the batter's box. Renault's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Has nobody on bases this time. 1-out situation for the Cardinals here in the top of the 5th. That offering by Euclides Lair slipped and missed inside.
Spencer up here is requesting more than 16 seconds. He says you have to dance more than 16 seconds, please. Spencer. I didn't tell her it was 8 seconds, Spencer. I doubled it at 16.
One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out as Renault fouled down 1 away. Renault this season is 12 for 64. The righty for the Cardinals has 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. He's a good little ball player that the Cardinals can use in several spots. Swings and fouls it away and falls behind in the count, 1-2. Cardinals trying to catch the Jackfish in the standings, and this is a big game for both these ball clubs as they'll meet again tomorrow. Swinging strike, 7 strikeouts of the ball game for Euclides Lair, and his 50th strikeout of the season.
Catcher, Patterson.
So Lair now reached 50 strikeouts on the campaign. One of their go-to guys, and when they brought him in and they knew this would be a big signing, he is not disappointed. Fastball. Top out of the strike zone, just missed the corner. This is the bottom of the order, and now the catcher, Patterson. Downstairs on the fastball. 2-0 rather. Patterson, who's been with the ball club all season, spends time in the bottom of the order trying to get his batting average up. Patterson is 17 for 86 and only batting 197. Has 2 home runs, though. There's a deep shot.
He lost it.
All the way to the wall. That'll bounce over the wall for a ground rule double.
Shortstop, Chris Beer.
So Connor Patterson, a ground roll double to get on the bases for the Hamilton Cardinals. And Nate Mastervik in a right field looked like he didn't have a good sight line in the ball. Looked like he lost it in the air, as he didn't seem to move back in time, and that ball got over his head and bounced over the wall at the Seaway Mall advertisement. Fifth hit of the game for the Hamilton Cardinals off the bat of Connor Patterson on that ground rule double. Now they have a runner in scoring position. 2 outs, though. Lair, good strike. Top of the strike zone, 1-1. Lair, an excellent job controlling the strike zone tonight, keeping his pitch count down. He's only thrown 68 pitches here in the 5th. In all of his starts in his career against Hamilton, he's thrown at least 90 pitches, and he's gone at least 6 innings. It's his 5th game against Hamilton. He's 1 for 2 in his career against the Cardinals. He dropped the 4-1 game back in May here against the Cardinals on May 30th, and then had a no decision a couple of Thursday nights ago. I believe it was Independence Day. The Cardinals were here. They took that game in extra innings 3-2. Layer that night threw 6, able to strike out 7 batters, but did not have the loss credited to him. A deep shot, left field. Vaughn Brian, though, able to make the catch for out number 3. Connor Patterson, who got the ground rule double, will be left on the bases. It's a 1-0 Cardinal lead. We're going to the bottom half of the inning. You're watching Jackfish Baseball on Jackfish TV.
For Welland, shortstop number 1, Wilson Soriano.
Bottom of the 5th inning we go, and the shortstop, Wilson Soriano, will lead things off for the Welland Jackfish. The Fish trail the Cardinals tonight 1-0. A shot that goes right off the bat to the right fielder, Bowie, for out number 1. Good contact by Soriano. Took a fastball and unable to make it to the base. And now the Jackfish have one out with Deandre Asbury Heath coming to the dish.
Asbury Heath.
Three times this season, the Jackfish have been held off the scoreboard through 5 complete innings. They're trying to avoid their 4th time tonight. And one of those times was courtesy of the Hamilton Cardinals. They've been only able to win 1 game once they've been held off the scoreboard after 5. That game, of course, against the Guelph Royals when they picked up a 3-2 decision back in early June. One and one across the board, 1 out. Good offering by Clay Miller. His 58th pitch of the ball game, a strike. Now the 1-2. Downstairs in the dirt, evens the count, 2-2. 2-2 count for the Hamilton Cardinals against the Jackfish tonight. Off the end of the bat, pulls it foul. A very muggy and humid night here at the park. And Saturday, it'll be free tickets courtesy of Enviro Niagara. Simply visit Enviro Niagara on Highway 20. Or tomorrow, check out the Seaway Mall, just down the road from the park. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free tickets are being offered at the main entrance. Visit the Jackfish table for free tickets to Pack the Park Day. Deandre Asbury Heath strikes out for the second time in the ball game. And now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Right fielder number 6, Nate Mastervick.
So the right fielder, Nate Mastervick, who replaces Caleb Furistaki out in right tonight, will bat. A chopper. Miller tried to make the catch. Arnold across the diamond. Is it in time? Yes, it is. A great play by the second baseman, Grant Arnold, as he stares down the Jackfish. The Grant Arnold show for the Cardinals continues in the infield. Gets him out again to retire the side. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Cardinals have a 1-0 lead here at Welland Stadium.
Off the 6th inning for the Cardinals. First baseman John DeZombo.
Top of the 6th inning, the Cardinals lead the Jackfish. It's a 1-0 score as we take a look at the IBL standings, brought to you by Rose City Pizza. Rose City Pizza, the official pizza of the Welland Jackfish. The Kitchener Panthers are sitting with 27 games played, 20-7. They're a half game up on the Barrie Baycats. The Baycats, though, this week dropped a game to the Brantford Red Sox. The Red Sox able to get on top of the Baycats, doubling them up 8-4. We, the Jackfish, sit in 3rd spot with a record of 14-11. We're 5 games back of the leading Panthers. Hamilton Cardinals right on our tails. They're 6 games back at 4th. The Guelph Royals are in 5th, Majors 6th, and the Maple Leafs, who are 10-18, sit in 7th. 0-2 count. Fouled back to keep the at-bat alive. Layer has 7 strikeouts already in tonight's ballgame. Came into the game with 43, has reached 50 now in the season. He's averaging 7 complete innings every time he takes the mound. A shot to left field.
That's Brent's, but he's not up here.
0-2 count. Nobody out. DeZombo working hard here against Euclides Layer in the top half of the 6th inning. Fouls it away again. Seventh pitch of this at-bat to Zamba, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game, 259 in the season. He's 14 for 54 this season. A shot right back to Lair. Takes his time for out number 1. And Zamba's retired.
Center fielder, Justin Gideon.
You know, when Euclides Lair's on the mound, the Jackfish are going to get a good quality start out of him. As you take a look at his career stats in the IBL, only a handful of times he's gone less than 6 innings. Euclides' last start in Guelph, he went 5 innings. The only reason he only went 5, after giving up no runs and only 2 hits, only walked 1 batter in that outing, was due to cramps. Euclides was experiencing leg cramps and had to be taken out of the ball game. But he picked up the win in that 3-1 win over the Guelph Royals after going 5 innings and only gave up a couple of hits. Gideon able to get on base with a single to left field, and now Gideon's on base, who's 1 for 3 in the ball game, and that'll bring up Jake Chiravelli. A shot to the gap, all the way to the wall. This could be trouble for the Jackfishes. Gideon's coming around third. A play at the plate, possibly no throw, and Gideon will come in to score, and the Hamilton Cardinals strike again and now lead by a score of 2-0. Jake Chiravelli, an RBI double all the way to the wall here at Welland Stadium, and now the Cardinals up by a pair. Good natural swing there by Jake Chiravelli to send that ball all the way to the wall on a 1-hop bounce. It's his 17th RBI of the season for Chiravelli, and the Cardinals up on the Jackfish now 2-0. Euclides looks back at Chiravelli, who's dancing between second and third, misses outside with the pitch to Grant Arnold. So now Grant Arnold, one of the tallest players for the Hamilton Cardinals in the lineup, having an excellent game on defense. He's committed that 1 error, but he's made up for it with 3 in a row. Stellar defensive plays. Arnold this season is .271 batting average. He's 28 for 103. Swings at that one and sends it away foul. Frustrated with himself on that swing. 3 home runs for Grant Arnold this season, 21 RBIs, and he has a chance with a runner on second base to tack on a few more. Pop fly. The third baseman, Pettipies, is going to go to the fence, but it'll go foul. Bounce off the grandstands. It goes back into the playing area. Hamilton tonight, 7 hits, 1 error, 2 runs. The Jackfish only 1 hit. 1-out situation. Euclides Lair continuing the pitch. He's pitched 84 pitches tonight, 57 of them considered strikes and 27 of them balls. Got to work out of this jam here. Chiravelli lingering on second base as Grant Arnold fouls it away to keep the at-bat alive. The first time the Cardinals were here, the Grant Arnold show was in town as he went 2 for 4, including the game-winning run. And he's batted well at this stadium, and he's having another excellent outing here tonight. A shot. Good play by Soriano to make the scoop and throw over to first base for out number 2. A well-read defensive play by Wilson Soriano. Makes the scoop and able to get his footing back as it seemed a little off balance. Maybe tripped over the base in second. but a good play by Soriano for out number 2. Two outs. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead. Glad you could be a part of this one. Be sure to comment wherever you're watching the baseball game from. The Jackfish would like to know where you're watching from and where you're supporting, either the Cardinals or the Jackfish. We're proud to be a part of the IBL and being a part of this Welland community. As we're just waiting for the official attendance, a beautiful crowd on hand on a major league night where the jerseys that you're seeing by the Jackfish wearing tonight will be auctioned off. Euclides Layer able to make the catch, that one hop right back to him. Out number 3 will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 run comes across the plate. They lead by a pair. 2-0 Cardinals going to the bottom half of the 6th on Jackfish TV. Jackfish Baseball here on Jackfish TV on YouTube. Be sure to click the subscribe button and follow everything Welland Jackfish. Jackfish trail the Cardinals tonight 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leadoff man is Greg Marco here in the bottom of the 6th. Marco only batting 4 for 42, a .095 average this season. Has 3 RBIs. As Marco, one of the catchers for the Jackfish in the lineup. Mattingly Roman, not in today's lineup, but not here, will normally catch. Marco will check back in to catch. 2 balls, 1 strike to Greg Marco. Marco, the watered-down Ontario native, spent time with the herd last season. Takes a pitch inside, 3-1. Just been told official attendance tonight, 1,011. 1,011 in attendance. The Jackfish thank everyone here, and we thank you for watching online. Great attendance on a Major League night as Marco takes a swinging strike, 3-2. 1,011 fans here at the Pond at Welland Stadium on a beautiful Thursday night for baseball. Full count to Greg Marco. A chopper, ground ball, could be a race to the bag. The throw in time to Zamba with the catch, and Marco is retired for out number 1. So now Brandon Nicholson as we go back to the top of the order. Clay Miller has really owned the Hamilton Cardinals defense and Welland Jackfish batters tonight. He's had an excellent outing. Clay Miller continues to work as he throws a nasty curveball there for strike number 1. Miller, his 45th strike, has thrown just shy of 70 pitches. That fastball downstairs to the feet, 1-1. Nicholson and then Dadson, then O'Farrell are due up. A shot that could get through. Grant Arnold, though, across, not in time as he's off the bag. And Nicholson, a base hit to get things going here for the Fish in the bottom of the 6th.
The first baseman, number 5, Brandon Gatson.
That brings up Brandon Dadson. Dadson will have Nicholson on first base. Nicholson, his 16th hit of the season. Takes the first pitch. An off-speed changeup inside. Ball 1. Chance for the Jackfish here to get on the board and get the bats going. They've been really quiet all night. Only 2 hits with the second hit just happening. And now they ground it to the shortstop. Across in time. Good arm on Chris Beer for out number 2.
Designated hitter, number 23, Bryce O'Farrell.
So now Bryce O'Farrell steps into the batter's box. 2-out situation. Has Nicholson on second base. So many opportunities for the Jackfish with runners in scoring position, but they're unable to get a bat on a ball. Got to be able to cash them in going into the postseason. And the lineup will continue to change, and they'll have to work on whatever it's going to take to get runs coming in. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, shot foul to the right field foul territory berm. One and one count. The announced attendance tonight, 1,011, and a lot of them still in attendance on a beautiful night as we've crossed the 9 o'clock hour, 9:03 official time. As we played an hour and a half. Opening pitch tonight was 7:33. And now 1-2. 1-2, 2 outs. Bryce O'Farrell, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game, trying to get something going to keep this at-bat alive. But Clay Miller having an excellent outing for the Hamilton Cardinals, missed up high. And now the count's even at 2. Painkiller on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fastball upstairs, 3-2. Only 2 hits in the ballgame for the Jackfish tonight. Nicholson has one of them. He's on second base. And time is called by the pitcher, Clay Miller. The Jackfish will finish the season with their final trip to Hamilton. That'll be the last game before the postseason, pending there's no more rainouts. And they'll travel to Hamilton tomorrow night. Runner going to third. Fouled back, and he'll go back to second. Full count, 2 outs, Jackfish. Trying to get something going. O'Farrell just needs to be able to find his pitch here. Fastball, foul tip for out number 3. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Jackfish shutout so far. It's a 2-0 Cardinals lead. You're watching Jackfish Baseball on Jackfish TV.
Protector of your interests.
Top of the 7th we go, but a pitching change first to report. This pitching change is proudly presented by Rose City Pizza. Rose City Pizza, the official pizza supplier of the Jackfish. Be sure to visit them just not that far from the ballpark. Minutes away from Niagara College at the corner of Clare and Woodlawn. Be sure to visit them, Rose City Pizza, as this is the lefty Ryan Bench, number 44 for the Jackfish. Ryan Bench is really settled in since his ankle injury. Will come out of the bullpen in relief for Euclides Lair. Lair's night is over. He's pitched 6 complete innings, gave up 2 earned runs, 7 hits, but he struck out 7 batters, only walked 1. Good offering from Ryan Bench down the middle, gets ahead 0-2. Ryan Bench's jersey is one of those jerseys we talked about on Behind the Scales that we thought would go as one of the highest bids in the silent auction tonight. Has a lot of family in attendance, a local just down the road in Fawn Hill. Bench also was a part of the kids camp that happened these past 2 weeks. Just a young up-and-coming star for the Jackfish. Spent time at Brock University. Works at Bulletproof and Scott Bullet. The fans wanted the strike there on the outside part of the plate. 2-2 though. Marco tried to sell it. Umpires said no. Home plate umpire tonight, Keith McConkey, as that one got away from Ryan Bench outside. Full count, 3-2. So now the 3-2 with nobody out for Jake Foden. Pitch inside. Thought he had a strike, but it'll be a walk. And a leadoff walk for Jake Foden. Ryan Bench was having a little conversation with Keith McConkey, asking what is the strike zone, trying to figure out if that pitch was too inside. It looked good from up here in the press box, as the strike zone was very generous through the first 6 innings, but has really tightened up here in the 7th. 2-0 Cardinal lead. Leadoff walk from Ryan Bench, and now Jake Foden's aboard. Pitch downstairs, misses inside. This is the bottom of the order for the Hamilton Cardinals. This is Lane Renault, and then Connor Patterson before Chris Beer comes back up for his 4th plate appearance. Well inside. That'll move the runner to second on the wild pitch. And the Cardinals now have a man in scoring position, and that will be a mound visit as Ricky Piloteri comes from the dugout to try and calm down Ryan Bench. Bench this season has pitched 10 innings. He struck out 8 batters. He has an ERA of 2.70.
Fans, get those raffle tickets though once again. That's those white and red raffle tickets. We're still looking for the Joe Boo winner.
Be sure to stay up to date with everything Welland Jackfish. Be sure to follow us on social media, of course. Comment where you're watching the ball game from. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date with all live stream broadcasts, as all Jackfish home games will be live streamed right here on Jackfish TV, the official YouTube page of Welland Jackfish Baseball. Also, a lot of people asking where they're able to catch the games, and we were posting on Facebook, of course, but now just added, if you go to the IBL website and go to the league schedule, you can also click Watch Live, which will bring you right to tonight's ball game. 3rd straight ball. At this at bat for Ryan Bench, and now he's behind 3-0. Nobody out. Swinging strike by Lane Renault. 3-1. Renault this season is 187, has 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. He's such a dynamic player that plays so many spots for this Hamilton Cardinals lineup. Inside, and a 2nd straight walk for Ryan Bench. And with that, That'll bring out Brian Asbury to the mound. And it'll be a pitching change for the Welland Jackfish. Ball will be handed over. Ryan to bench. Doesn't get it out and walks two. He's responsible for the man on first and second. His night's over. We'll have a pitching change. We'll come back. Jackfish trail the Cardinals 2-0 here on Major League Night.
Can you see the numbers, Spence, please?
Tyler.
New pitcher to the ball game. As this pitching change is proudly once again presented by Rose City Pizza, the official pizza supplier of the Welland Jackfish. Runners going as the Hamilton Cardinals try to pull a page out of the Jackfish playbook and go to small ball tactics. As this is Connor Patterson, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Tyler Wood is on the mound for the Jackfish. Wood, in 11 innings, has struck out 6, has a 6.55 ERA, though. So to go to the lefty against the righty Connor Patterson. Oh, 1, the first bunt was fouled away. Nobody out. Infield moves in. Ball 1, 1-1. Patterson this season has 9 RBIs, and now he'll show bunt and try to advance the base runners who are on first and second. Nobody out, though, here in the top of the 7th. Cardinals have that 2-0 lead. Here's the offering. Bunt shown right away. A bunt down the third base line. They'll throw to third. Is it in time? Yes, it is. They get the force out of third, and that's the first out of the 7th inning. Great heads-up play by the catcher, Greg Marco. Gets the out at third for out number 1.
Shortstop, Chris Beer.
So that brings to the top of the order and Chris Beer. The same situation, a one-out situation with runners on first and second. Beer can really send a ball a long way. One of the best hitters for the Hamilton Cardinals. He's the leadoff man tonight, and normally bats in that number 1 spot. Can't see a bunt coming from Chris Beer. DeZamba will be on deck, and then Justin Gideon, if necessary. Jackfish can get out of the inning with a double play ball. Chris Beer is 25 for 83, batting .301 with 1 home run, 14 RBIs, though. Now the 0-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch. Great pitch by Tyler Wood to get him to go around. 0-2. 0-2 count, 1 away. Working against Chris Beer, who's 2 for 3 in the ball game. Off-speed pitch, missed outside. 1-2, 1 away. Wood trying to get us out of the half inning as that ball is pushed foul to the right berm. And now time will be called as the catcher Greg Marco will go have a few words with Tyler Wood. Wood, the Niagara Falls, Ontario native. Went to Beamsville Secondary School. Spent time at Salem University as well, where he played his collegiate ball. Pitch gets away from Marco. And now the runners will advance to second and third, 1 out. Two and 2. 1 out. Runners on second and third for the Cardinals. They already have a 2-0 lead. Threat of scoring more. Infield moved quite in here for the Jackfish as they're all standing right near the grass. As that one gets away from Tyler Wood upstairs, 3 and 2. A walk would load the bases for the Cardinals here in the top half of the 7th. Now the pitch fouled away. Beer thought he got more of it, but it just nicked the end of the bat. Three and 2. The at-bat continues for Chris Beer. A shot that gets behind the catcher and below Wilson Soriano. 1 run will come in to score. The throw in, it'll be a double. Chris Beer with another double, his second of the ball game. And now the Hamilton Cardinals lead 3-0.
First baseman John DeZombo.
So another RBI for Chris Beer. It's his 16th of the campaign. On an RBI double, that gets below Wilson Soriano, who is sprawling across the diamond to try to block that ball. Ball squirts under him and went all the way to the center fielder, Deandre Asbury Heath. 3-0 Birds over the Fish here on Thursday. Another thirsty Thursday at the park. Attendance tonight, 1,011. That ball goes upstairs. Shot back, that'll go over the press box. That run against will go against the pitcher for the Jackfish, Ryan Bench, as he left 2 base runners on. So it'll not be an earned run for Tyler Wood. It'll go against Ryan Bench. Bench walked 2 batters, his first 2 batters, and then was pulled from the ball game in relief of Tyler Wood as that shot right to Wilson Soriano. Takes his time, gets the second out of the inning. And now the Jackfish are 1 out away from take me out of the ball game. Two-out situation. This is John DeZomba. DeZomba grounded out. He's 1 for 4. This brings up Justin Gideon, who spent time with the Burlington Herd. And also a bandit. Got him to swing way early on that off-speed pitch. Strike one. 0-1 count, 2 outs. This could be the inning if they get it in time. Wood to the base, gets him out, ends the inning. The run that comes across the plate will not count. Jackfish trail 3-0. Bottom of the 7th we go. The Hamilton Cardinals have a 3-0 lead, but they will be without Justin Gideon. Gideon ejected at the end of the top of the 7th after arguing the play at first base. Questionable call that went in the favor of the Welland Jackfish, as Gideon thought he beat the throw and runner. That was Tyler Wood running to the base. Regardless, foul is called here on this pitch, but Gideon has been ejected from the ball game. Jake Foden will come in to replace Gideon in the field. So Foden now will be in center field for the Hamilton Cardinals for the rest of the night. At the dish for the Jackfish, Vaughn Brian, who's batting .260 this season. It's his 24th plate appearance. Now the 0-2. Fastball inside. Clay Miller continues to work here for the Hamilton Cardinals in the 7th. He's having an excellent outing. Has given up only 2 hits. Vaughn Brian. A shot that'll go to shallow center. 3 Cardinals there. But it's the newly center fielder, Jake Foden, who's there to make the grab.
Pinch hitting for your Welland Jackfish. Number 26, Andrew Mercier.
Pinch hitter to the ball game is Andrew Mercier. Mercier swings at the second pitch and now falls behind 0-2. Mercier did not start at today's ball game, and now he'll come in and replace for Nolan Pettipies. And he gets another pitch and he strikes out. So something the Jackfish did not want obviously to happen. You throw in a big hitter and he swings at all three pitches and strikes out.
Your shortstop, number 1, Wilson Soriano.
So a complete disaster for Andrew Mercier as he pinch hits and strikes out. And now Wilson Soriano will step in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. A shot that goes foul. One and two. Jackfish back at it tomorrow in Hamilton, trying to win the opener between these 2 game set. They'll be in Hamilton tomorrow for the second part of the home and home. Toronto's in town Sunday as the Jackfish become the Welland Pirates for a day. Pack the Park Day, free tickets available in Elvira, Niagara, and the Welland Seaway Mall. A shot by Wilson Soriano that will go to the gap. Soriano will go around 1, he'll go to 2. Trouble in left field as they're slow to throw the ball in. But a double for Wilson Soriano, and the Jackfish have some life here in the bottom of the 7th. A 2-out double for Wilson Soriano, and that brings a little bit of spark and life back into the dugout of the Jackfish. Clay Miller continued to work for this Hamilton Cardinal pitching staff tonight, and he has really owned the mound. Put out a good outing, and finally the Jackfish are able to get through him. His only 3rd hit given up in tonight's ball game, and it's a double courtesy of Wilson Soriano. Deandre pulls back, takes an opening ball. Great opportunity for Deandre Asbury Heath right here with 2 outs. Wilson Soriano in scoring position at second. Pulls it foul off the end of the bat. One and one count, 2 outs. Find your pitch and able to get a bat on the ball. Jackfish need to score here in the bottom of the 7th. Runner in scoring position. Runner going as Wilson Soriano took off. But it's fouled away off the bat of Deandre Asbury Heath. 1 and 2 count, 2 away. Deandre trying to find something that'll score Wilson Soriano, or at least get on base and continue this inning. One and 2 count, 2 away. Deandre Asbury Heath steps back into the batter's box to go against Clay Miller. Fastball offering inside, misses. Improves the count, 2-2 for the Fish. Deandre this season is batting .239. He's got 13 RBIs. And when he is able to just make a smooth swing and make contact, the ball goes a long way off the bat of Deandre Asbury Heath. Has a couple home runs this season. Now the 2-2 misses upstairs. And Deandre Asbury Heath thought he was already walking to first base, but it was only the third ball, and now it's a full count. So 3-2 now. Deandre Asbury Heath pulled back into the batter's box to go up against Clay Miller one more time. Here's the deciding pitch. 3-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Soriano, a big leadoff on second base. And time is called on the curveball that comes inside. Very late time called by the umpire, and now Clay Miller's having a word for him. We already saw Justin Gideon get tossed. Clay Miller clearly frustrated as he threw a beautiful inside curveball, but time was called. Miller has thrown 97 pitches. This is the 98th pitch of the game for Clay Miller here in the 7th. They have a righty warming up in the bullpen. Now the deciding pitch once again, 3-2. Big lead off by Soriano. Inside, take your base. And the Jackfish now have a runner on first and third. So a lot of pressure now on the shoulders of Nate Mastervik. Chance to cash in here in the bottom of the 7th.
Mastervik.
Pitch on the lower part of the strike zone. Fastball offering from Clay Miller. He's thrown 98 pitches. That 99th one was a fastball down the middle for a strike. Here comes the 100th pitch of the ball game. Strike 2. As a swinging strike from Nate Mastervik. Mastervik is 8 for 28 in the season, batting .285. Looking for his 5th and 6th RBI. He's already had 4 on the season. 2 base runners on. Runner going. Mastervik strikes out, though. A great pitch and a lot of heat from Clay Miller on his 100th pitch, and that will end the side. Jackfish unable to get a timely hit. They leave 2 on base. We'll go to the top of the 8th. 2-0. 3-0, Hamilton Cardinals.
for Hamilton, left fielder Jake Chiravelli.
Jake Chiravelli will start things off for the Hamilton Cardinals. They have a 3-0 lead. Cardinals have been red hot as of late. They've won 3 straight ball games, looking for 4. And a win here tonight would make their 4th straight win, and they'd improve to 15-13. They sit right behind the Jackfish in the standings. They're 6 back of the league leaders. The Jackfish are currently 5 back. Only thing helping the Jackfish, they have 3 games in hand on the Hamilton Cardinals. 3-0 count. There's a strike on the outside of the plate, 3-1. Fouled away, now 3-2. Three and two, nobody out. A deep shot that goes all the way to the wall, off the wall in the right field. Good shot by Chiravelli. He's going to go around second to 3. The throw picked off by Soriano. He'll easily slide into third, but slides in on his face and eats a lot of dirt going into third base. And the third base coach puts his hands up saying, and didn't tell him to slide with his face. But regardless, Jake Chiravelli, a deep shot to right field, slides into third base on his face for a triple. Chiravelli 2 for 4 in the ball game now with that triple to lead things off for the Cardinals. Tyler Wood in a lot of trouble, and that is Casey Howard, the righty, warming up for the Jackfish in the bullpen. Howard, the closer for the Fish, may come in a little bit earlier than expected. Third pitcher in the ball game for the Jackfish tonight, it's Tyler Wood. Wood now has a little bit of trouble to deal with. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. One-on-one count, nobody out. Runner on third base, though, on a great hit by Jake Chiravelli. This is Grant Arnold at the dish. Arnold ahead, and that'll score a run. Chiravelli's going to come in to score, and the Cardinals now have a 4-0 lead. Well, when you're hot, and the Hamilton Cardinals are really putting on a show tonight against the Welland Jackfish in front of 1,111 fans. Big crowd on hand. 4-0 Cardinals. 10th hit of the ball game. Grant Arnold, his first hit of the ball game, scores a run. It's his 22nd RBI of the season. Swings the first pitch, was Bowie, but he pulls it away.
Nate Lambert of Port Colborne, tonight's 50-50 winner.
What was that name? Heath?
Nate Lambert.
Why is it Heath? Is he related to Adam Lambert?
1-1, nobody out. It's a 4-0 Cardinal lead, and Tyler Wood has given up a run now. As Chiravelli came in to score. Grant Arnold hit him home. Chiravelli had that leadoff triple. Pitch outside. 2-1. Fish being shut out at home here tonight on Major League night. As the fans came here to see them wear those beautiful jerseys in honor of Major League the movie. High fly ball. Deandre Asbury Heath running after it. He's calling off the fielders. He makes the grab for out number 1. And Grant Arnold will go back to first base.
Center fielder Jake Foden.
So now the center fielder, Jake Voden, who came in for Justin Gideon after he was tossed. The Cardinals have scored a run now in all 3 innings since the 6th inning. They got one in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And their bats have been hot tonight. 10 hits and 4 runs. The Jackfish only able to get 3 hits tonight. If there's going to be some late night magic, it'll have to happen in the 8th and 9th for the Fish. Wood. Good fastball down the middle, evens the count 1-1. The Guelph Royals, though, however, did get up on the Jackfish 2-0 back on Father's Day, June 8th, here at the park. And that is where the Jackfish were able to get 3 in the 8th and take a 3-2 lead. So the 8th inning has been a good inning for the Fish. 2-1 count as that pitch misses in the dirt. Jackfish need to get at least a split here this weekend to stay third, as 2 of them games of coming against the Hamilton Cardinals, of course, tomorrow night also in Hamilton. High fly ball. Should be an easily routine play for Deandre Asbury Heath. He makes the catch. That'll send Arnold going back to first base in a hurry. But there's no throw at the base, and now there's 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th inning.
Third baseman Lane Renault.
Now Lane Renault will bat. Renault doubled his first at bat back in the 2nd inning. Now has Arnold at first base here in the top of the 8th. Off-speed pitch, Mitch is up and away. Once again, get your tickets Saturday afternoon. And if you're unable to make it to the ballpark, we'll join you right here. Brent Colomb will have that call as I'll be away on the weekend. Brent Colomb will step in to bring you Pack the Park Day as the Welland Jackfish convert to the Welland Pirates for a day. Tickets for that game free of charge. Be sure to visit the Seaway Mall tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Or on your way to the ballpark Saturday or tomorrow, check out Enviro Niagara, located at Highway 20 across from Pleasant View Cemetery. A shot all the way to left field, clears the bases, and a deep shot from Lane Renault. Renault clears the bases with a shot to left field, and the Hamilton Cardinals are pulling away. They lead 6-0.
Catcher Connor Patterson.
Renault with that home run. It's his 4th home run of the season and his 9th RBI. Cashes in 2 runs. So a big game for the Hamilton Cardinals tonight as the Jackfish now trail by 6. One a 2 count and 2 away. The only home run hit this season by a Jackfish player here at the pond at Welland Stadium belongs to Deandre Asbury Heath, and that came all the way back when we hosted Toronto. That was the second game of the season here at home. Deandre Asbury Heath, the only player for the Jackfish to hit one out of the park. Did he go? No, he didn't. 2-2. Actually, I stand corrected. That home run by Deandre Asbury Heath comes all the way back May 11th, the home opener for the Fish against the London Majors. Deep shot. Deandre Asbury Heath backpedaling, makes the catch. Regardless, the Cardinals score 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals 6, Jackfish nothing here on Major League Night at the Pond at Welland Stadium.
Pinch hitting for the Welland Jackfish, number 3, Grant Akawa.
Pinch hitter for the Jackfish, Grant Akawa, will step into bat. They trail 6-0. Cardinals all over the Fish tonight. 11-3 in hits. The Cardinals do have the only error, and that's the only good thing defensively for the Jackfish tonight. But no hits at all, only 3 for the Fish. Two and one count. Jackfish need to get something going here in the 8th. They only have 6 outs to do it in. They trail by 6. This is the first of a 2-part series against the Cardinals. Back at it tomorrow night, 8 o'clock from Hamilton. Okawa this season is 5 for 26, batting .192, and it's his first game against the Cardinals. Okawa saw them a lot last year when he played for the Burlington Herd. Now it's a full count. Okawa comes in to replace Greg Marco at the dish. Off the end of the bat, good swing, but just pushed it foul as he was late.
Where'd you park?
3-2. Nobody out. The at-bat continues for Grant Akawa as he foul ones away. High fly ball. Once again, that'll go out of play by the berm. Three and two, nobody out. Grant Akawa trying to spark this Jackfish offense, but it'll go foul again. Okawa comes off the bench. Pinch hitting for Greg Marco, and he's doing everything he can do for this Jackfish team. Excellent at bat, working down Clay Miller, who continues to pitch for the Cardinals. Great at bat, and that'll end with a walk in favor of the Fish. Akawa gets aboard. Have a little mound visit. As Clay Miller will continue to work. They do have a righty in the bullpen warming up for the Cardinals. As the Jackfish need to apply a lot of pressure here, put the pedal to the metal.
Now batting for the Jackfish, second baseman Brandon Nicholson.
Shallow ball that'll go right field. That could stay in play. And the out is made by DeZamba, who ran over in foul territory to get the out. One out now, and that will bring up Brendan Dadson.
Number 5, Brendan Dadson.
1-0. Datsun, who flipped over from first to third in that last half inning with all the defensive changes, now bats, sends it foul off the roof and into the parking lot. One's across the board. Datsun will go against Clay Miller. Pitch inside and high, 2-1. Two and one out. Runner goes. With that, Akawa moves over to second and now in scoring position with 1 out. Three and one count. Akawa stays put at second, and that'll put another base runner on as Datsun is walked, and now the Jackfish have a runner on first and second.
Your designated hitter, number 23, Bryce O'Farrell.
Opportunity for Bryce O'Farrell now in the Jackfish with 1 out. Datsun's on first. Grant Akawa's on second. 6-0 Cardinals lead, though. Inside a heater fastball that misses ball one. Miller has worked and has now thrown 119 pitches. Goes fastball, same exact spot, a little bit lower. 2-0. Jackfish getting ahead in the count here. Vaughn Brian is on deck. O'Farrell in the ballgame is 0 for 3. 9 for 21 of the season, though. Is batting nearly .430. Fastball again inside, not showing him anything. And they get ahead 3-0. Trying to pitch him inside. O'Farrell ahead 3-0. Has a lot of pitches to work with, trying to get on base. 1 out situation. Can't see him swinging. Takes the strike, 3-1. Vaughn Brian is on deck, and that'll be Andrew Mercier, who came into the ballgame in the 7th inning, followed by Wilson Soriano. Got to get through this batter first. Here's the 3-1 offering with 1 away. A shot to the second baseman, could be 2. Steps on second, over to first. And the clinic by the Hamilton Cardinals continue. The Jackfish hit right into a double play. Nothing on the board for the 8th consecutive time in the ballgame. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Jackfish trail 6-0.
Good Kevin Dyson.
couple of defensive changes for the Jackfish now as new pitcher to the ball game. Brought to you by Rose City Pizza. Rose City Pizza, the official pizza of the Welland Jackfish. Casey Howard will come in relief of Tyler Wood. This is the fourth pitcher of the ball game. And behind the plate, Eddie Chesil will come in as Greg Marco was taken out of the ball game. Eddie Chesil, who came in relief of several different Jackfish this season, will play another spot. Last home game, he came in relief of Wilson Soriano at short when Soriano got injured, sliding into second base. He finished off the game at shortstop for Soriano, and now tonight, he comes in relief of the catcher Greg Marco. So the all-around dynamic and versatile player of Eddie Chesil will catch for the Jackfish here in the ninth. It's a 6-0 lead in favor of the Hamilton Cardinals in a game that has been all red for the Cardinals. Nothing going in the way of the Jackfish tonight. Only 3 hits in 8 innings. First pitch by Casey Howard is the ball, and now the 1-0 offering is well outside and gets away from Eddie Chesil. This is the first time Eddie Chesil and Casey Howard have worked together, so it'll be an interesting how this 9th inning plays out. Jackfish will need to regroup and get ready for tomorrow night as they're against the Hamilton Cardinals again. Howard the pitch, and that'll be sent to the field by the leadoff man for the Cardinals on a leadoff single. Chris Beer now 4 for 5 in the ballgame. When you're hot, you're hot. And Chris Beer, 4 for 5 in tonight's ball game. Has 14 RBIs, a home run in the season, and is batting .301, having an excellent campaign. So now the first baseman, John DeZamba. That's a shot that'll get down right in front of Deandre Asbury Heath. Now it'll be a rundown, but the throw well over Wilson Soriano's head.
Now batting for the Cardinals, pitcher, number 30, Clay Miller.
So another defensive change for the Cardinals. Now sees Clay Miller at bat. Miller's had an excellent night on the mound. Will go up against Casey Howard. Miller tonight pitching only 3 hits against. Struck out several Welland Jackfish batters. And has no earned runs against so far in the night as they lead 6-0 through 8. Fouled away. Busy weekend continues for the Fish. They play 4 and 4 tomorrow night in Hamilton for the second part of the back-to-back. Saturday afternoon, free tickets are being given away at Enviro Niagara or the Seaway Mall. And if you're unable to make either one of those stops tomorrow, be sure to visit the ballpark before the game. And now a shot that goes all the way to the wall to section 308. Goodbye. What a night for the pitcher, Clay Miller. How do you do, Welland Jackfish, as Clay Miller sends it to section 308. A bomb by the pitcher, and now they lead by 9. Clay Miller. It's his first home run of the season. He was only 2 for 5 in the campaign. And now he has a home run and 3 RBIs just like that. What a night for Clay Miller and the Hamilton Cardinals.
Left fielder Jake Chiravelli.
On a night that was supposed to be all about Major League Night and paying homage to that movie and celebrating baseball here in the Rose City, the Jackfish really not alive here at all tonight. The birds all over them, a 9-0 lead now in the 9th, and the Jackfish, after the 5th inning, we're only down 1-0 since then. They've scored 8 straight runs to make it a 9-0 lead. Chiravelli will now bat. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game, as their batting order 1 through 9 has been quite good tonight. 14 hits, 9 runs for the Cardinals. Swings at the second pitch and moves it foul, and now they fall behind 1-2. The Jackfish knew if they're going to beat the Cardinals tonight, it would have to be able to get the bats on the ball and really start cashing in some runs. And tonight, complete opposite, only 3 hits so far. That pitch from Howard well outside, and Eves shrugs one off as he's even struggling a little bit here. Howard, who normally comes in and saves and closing situations, will now come in down 9-0, giving up a 3-run blast by Clay Miller. Fouled away to the safety netting, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch, nobody out. Casey Howard trying to get out of this alive. A shot that'll go to Wilson Soriano. Takes his time. The throw in time and gets him out at first.
Second baseman Grant Arnold.
With the win, the Hamilton Cardinals will improve to their 4th straight win and go to 15-13 on the campaign. The Jackfish will go to 14-12. So a one-out situation. Casey Howard, first pitch down the middle for a strike. Casey Howard this season has pitched 25 1/3 innings. He's struck out 16 batters and has an ERA of 2.13, but that will skyrocket tonight after giving up a 3-run blast here in the 9th. Now with ones across the board, here's the pitch from Howard. High, misses the strike zone, 2-1. With 1 out. Cardinals 9, Jackfish nothing. Pitch outside, 3-1. Now the 3-1. Ring him up. Strike 2. A shot right to the second baseman, Nicholson, across to Mercier, and they get 2 outs. Not much to take away from this game other than how you're going to regroup for tomorrow night in Hamilton when the Cardinals will look to continue their winning streak. After tonight, it'll be 4 straight ball games. Of course, unless the Jackfish are able to put up double digits in the 9th. And really make Curtis Person work up here in the scorer's booth. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Only positive, of course, tonight was the crowd and this great community coming together for Major League night. Jerseys are being auctioned off as we speak. Saturday, they'll wear the retro Welland Pirate style uniforms. So it'll be a weekend at home where they won't be the Welland Jackfish. High fly ball will go to the parking lot. Heads up cars. As that's sent right behind the press box. 2-1, 2 outs. Howard fastball. Misses downstairs, 3-1. This is Connor Bowie. Bowie is 0 for 4 in the ball game. He's yet to get a hit in tonight's game. It's his 5th plate appearance. 3 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Howard will walk Bowie, and now they will face Jake Foden.
Center fielder Jake Foden.
Can't get out of the inning fast enough. They trail by 9. Giving up 3 in the 8th, 3 in the 9th, 1 in the 6th and 7th. And the only other run came way back in the 3rd. Fastball offering down the middle, strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 with 2 outs. Inside of the dirt, good block by Eddie Chesel. One and 1, 2 outs. Swinging strike gets him to go 1-2. The Jackfish, by the way, next weekend will do something that the league does not do very often. They'll play a doubleheader. The Jackfish will be in Barrie for a 4:30 p.m. first pitch and then a 7 o'clock first pitch. They'll play 2 7-inning games. Makeup games for all the rainout dates. They'll play 2 in Barrie at Coates Stadium on the 28th. 2s across the board, 9-0 Cardinals. This is Jake Foden, who's 0 for 3. He's 11 for 58 on the season. Has 6 RBIs. There's a shot right to the first baseman, Mercier. He'll step on the bag. That will stop the bleeding in the 9th. Cardinals will put up 9 tonight. Jackfish go to the bottom of the 9th, trying to close this one out and make a comeback here on Major League Night at Welland Stadium.
Jackfish, number 34, Aberdeen Chan.
Didn't we release him? Yeah, we did. Maybe they picked him up again.
New pitcher to the ball game now in the bottom half of the ninth inning is number 40, Stefan Strecker. So Clay Miller will go out with a bang. He ended the 8-inning performance. He went 8 complete innings, gave up no runs, and only allowed 3 hits for the Jackfish. And now Aberdeen Chan pinch hits and pulls it to the shortstop for out number 1. Not only did Clay Miller go only 8 complete innings with no earned runs and 3 hits, had a 3-run blast in the top of the ninth.
Andrew Mercier.
Hey, Jimmy. My bad.
So now Andrew Mercier will bat against Stefan Strecker for the first time tonight. Strecker, the righty for the Hamilton Cardinals, has an ERA of 2.40. He's been in 13 ball games and he's pitched 15 innings. He has so many off-speed pitches he can go to. And he's been a veteran in this league. Gets behind him and Mercier will be aboard. And Andrew Mercier will hold up at first base, and now the Jackfish have a little bit of life here in the bottom half of the ninth. Strecker, the 39-year-old pitcher for the Hamilton Cardinals, trying to just close out this victory and pick up the win for Clay Miller. So the Jackfish get aboard on an error credited against the third baseman. So Renault gets credited and docked with the error. That's the second error of the ball game for the Hamilton Cardinals. Mercier on first base, and this brings up Kenny Honfeld. Jackfish have almost used everyone in the dugout tonight, as not many are left from the actual starting lineup. Deandre, Asbury, Heath is, and Nate Mastervic, who are due up next. Pitch inside, takes it for the second ball and gets ahead 2-0. Honfeld this season is 1 for 16, only batting 0 for 0.62 batting average. Has a couple RBIs and that's it. Powerful swing. It's fading all the way back to center field. The center field, and Foden makes the grab for out number 2. And now the Jackfish are down to their last out, trailing by 9.
Center fielder number 2, Deandre Asbury.
Fish tonight. Strecker grabs his side and he's set. Misses downstairs, 1-0. Big regroup game tomorrow and for the weekend, as it's only game 1 of a 4-game weekend for the Jackfish. Tomorrow night, Hamilton. Saturday, Toronto's in town as the Welland Pirates invade Welland Stadium to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sunday, they're at Jack Couch Park for a 2:05 date with the Kitchener Panthers. So a very busy weekend and a lot of crucial games. Kitchener has been red hot as of late as well. Off the end of the bat, that should be the ball game. Shortstop across the first in time. The Jackfish get shut out tonight. Final score 9-0 Cardinals here on Jackfish TV.
Cardinals 9, your Welland Jackfish no score. Fans, thank you for attending Major League Night here. Over 1,000 in attendance. Great to see, and thank you for support. Continue to support this Saturday afternoon right here as we host the Toronto Maple Leafs, as we honor the Welland Pirates. Live auction off the Welland jerseys, the Welland Pirate jerseys after the game. And don't forget, it's Pack the Park Day. Free tickets, courtesy of Enviro Niagara. You can find them on Highway 20 in Welland or at the Seaway Mall tomorrow. Get those tickets. Let's pack the park this Saturday. Please drive home safely, and we'll see you all Saturday afternoon. First pitch flies at 1:05.
Final score tonight, Cardinals 9, Jackfish nothing. As we take a look at the complete box score, 9 runs for the Hamilton Cardinals on 14 hits, and they committed 2 errors. No runs on 3 hits and no errors for the Jackfish. Winning pitcher tonight, Clay Miller, who went 8, only gave up no runs, only had 3 hits hit against him, and Euclides Lair will be docked with the loss and fall to 5-2. Final score once again is 9-0 for the Cardinals. We thank you for joining us here on Major League Night. Be sure to subscribe to the Welland Jackfish YouTube page. Click the bell. Stay up to date with Welland Jackfish baseball. Next game Saturday afternoon. The Jackfish host the Toronto Maple Leafs, but the Welland Pirates will be here to take on those Maple Leafs. Be sure to get free tickets at Enviro Niagara tomorrow or at the Seaway Mall. Lots of opportunities to get in on the fun. For more information, visit wellandjackfish.com. I'm Spencer Tangway signing off. Final score tonight, Cardinals 9, Jackfish no score. We'll regroup, back at it tomorrow on the road, Saturday at home, and then a date with Kitchener on Sunday. On behalf of the Jackfish, I'm Spencer Tangway reminding you, go Jackfish.